Alright guys, we're mowing hay. It's Monday, June 21st. We have about 25 acres to mow at the home farm to be done. Then we have one, possibly two more rental properties to go to, probably about 120 acres to go, something like that. This is just a small field. We call this the Stony Field. I know it's loud, 986 is loud. Got the drone in the air. I'm not sure how good the drone's gonna do. But we call this the Stony Field. Every time we plow it or work it up, it just has an unbelievable amount of stones in it. So the weather forecast for the first time all summer has four good days. Today, all the way through Thursday, like less than 5% chance of rain all those days. So I am in the mode I should say, to put the hay down. You know, we got to put it down, get it done. You know, out here, you know, the hay is, you know, it's like first and second cutting all in one. Got some weeds here and there that, you know, have grown because it's been so long of the season so far. But you know, this 4-day window looks really good. It's not going to be, I don't think it's going to be super hot, but it's going to be nice weather. I'd like to do some square bales. We've got this field here we call the Stony Field. I don't know, it's not that bad. If the weather's right, we might square bale it. Have another field over kitty corner to this one. That's a small field. It's like 4 acres. That's usually a little bit better hay than this hay here. I'd like to square bale that one. That'd be like, you know, 400 bales or so. It's a little hilly, but it's not steep. Square baled it. I think we might have square baled that field over there last year. This Stony Field here and the field back there, that's the steep one back there. Quite a few years we've had the cows out here for after feed. One year we didn't do the hay in this field, we just let the cows have it. So I mean, it's not as nice a hay as some of the other fields, but at this point, I mean, you can tell the orchard grass is gone, it's done. There is some pretty nice timothy here and there. You can see the timothy looks pretty good. There's some clover, a little bit of trefoil, and then there's some, I think it's canary grass, or what people call canary grass. And then there's some weeds here and there, but it's not terrible. Definitely could be better. The volume is there, you know, obviously the nutritional value is not what it should be, but the volume is definitely there. Here's a big ant hill. Cut the top off of that. So, just got to get, you know, a little bit more hay done. I'd like to go do some things with the kids. We played softball all weekend, so Lainey was on the All-Star team, and I was helping coach 10U All-Stars, and we had a tournament. We actually won it, so we had the Elmira Heights Cinderella 10U champions for 2025. It was a great tournament, great experience, a lot of fun working with the kids that I don't know. You know, I never coached them before, never seen them play before really, unless we played against them. It was a lot of fun to get to know all the different kids. A lot of fun to watch them improve and play together really well. We got had a couple close games. The championship game was tied 2-2, and we went into international rules where they give you a runner on second. And fortunately, we were the home team. The other team got the runner on second but didn't score, and we got our runner on second. The second batter hit one into the outfield, and the runner scored for second, and we won 3-2. It was pretty awesome. My voice is a little bit gone still from that. We played Friday night. Played 1 game Friday night, 2 games Saturday, and 3 games Sunday to win the championship. Very exciting. And it looks like Laney's going to move up to 12U for fall ball, and it looks like I'm probably going to end up coaching, or at least helping coach that team. The girls are both of my girls are really into softball. They like it. I like it. It's easy to help them, you know. You go out, you play catch with them, you throw them some balls, you know, half an hour a day, you know, a couple hours a week, whatever. It doesn't matter. Anything, any little bit improves. As does most things with kids. You know, you help them work on their reading for a little bit every day. They get better at reading. You help them, you know, whatever. Anything that they do just a little bit each day, they're going to get better. So it's pretty cool. Got the pitching machine. I mean, that, you know, that makes it so I don't have to pitch. So I'm not real good at pitching. I definitely don't pitch as hard as a lot of the girls that throw, you know. I don't wind up, I just toss it. But it's fun. So this hay here, I don't know, we're gonna, you know, I'll probably decide tomorrow. Might round bale it and wrap it, some of it tomorrow, and leave the rest and see if we can square bale it a different day. And we might I really want to try to square bale on Wednesday. So we might do that. I might just keep right on mowing and get this field down and go do that little field and have them both down, and then decide how much of it I'm going to round bale, and decide how much I'm going to square bale. If I round bale and wrap, you know, about 30 bales, round bale and wrap about 30 bales, about all I can do in a day by myself. So maybe I'll do the little part up there. You know, the orchard grass is done, but there's a lot of green stuff in the bottom. It's almost like second cutting, you know. So I mean, it's probably worth it. It's not real super stemmy. Looks like the drone's actually on us still, I think. So that's cool. Might actually get a little bit of footage. Looks like it's a little far away, but it's right there. I can see it. Guess we'll go back and finish this one, do this one a little bit. You know, so I want to wrap. So far, I've got 71 bales wrapped. I'd like to wrap 100. I think we have. If we keep the heifers, I think we'll have like 14 maybe, 12, 14. Well, we're probably gonna keep all the ones we have because we got steers. So we have about, I think there were 16. So I think I have 16 cattle. So, you know, old friend of mine one time said, hey, if you're raising beef cows or horses, you want 8 round bales for each animal. And I've done that for 20 years or more, and it has worked out great. It actually is a good plan. And then we figure 1 round bale is 20 square bales, so you figure it out that way. And it's worked out great. I mean, we almost always have had, I think we might have bought hay twice in like 20 years. So pretty good. We have a lot of hay left over from last year. Got some real nice looking heifers, so there's no reason to not keep them. I sold as many cows off as I could when Rachel got sick, and because I just thought, well, it's gonna take so much time away from me. I was planning on having to take her to. I was looking. I don't want to say it that way. I'll say it differently. I was looking forward to taking her for treatments, and it was my, I would have been honored to do that as her husband. That was my job, and it didn't come to that. We didn't get that chance. So now it's, I can get back into the beef a little bit. Really want to get raising more steers and selling them to local people, friends and family. Hanging weight by the pound. I know some local guys that sell to bigger outfits on a regular basis. I wouldn't mind seeing if I could make that work for myself. So 16 of them, keeping 16 of them through the winters isn't really much. That's really not too big a deal. So you figure wrap bales, 16 of them, I would need what? If I was going to feed them all wrap bales, I would need, what would that be? 100, if I had 10 cows, 80 bales, so 6 cows, 128 bales. So if I get 100, I should be fairly close, Nice thing about wrapping them is if they're wrapped good, I don't have to feed them this year. I could hang on to them, but I probably will. I kind of want to get in the habit of doing 100 to 150 every year. It does look like we're going to have some second cutting. Got a couple fields there. We've had so much rain that had so much rain that the hay's growing back. Now whether it stays that way or not, sometimes it looks like it's going to come back real good, and then you get a little bit of a dry period, and it just kind of gets up to be, 10, 12 inches tall, and it kind of stops. But I'd probably wrap it if I could get it, and the thing is, you go out, if you get less, if I can only do, maybe instead of doing, of course we'll be back in school, so that makes a difference. So I might do 6 or 8 a day after school or something like that, but we'll see. I'd like to, because I know it's going to be, second cutting is going to be less stemmy, harder to dry, softer stuff. Makes sense to wrap some of it if you could. I really wanted to do early hay, but we just got pounded with rain. I wanted to I wanted to mow and wrap some hay actually before Memorial Day, late, and it rained a ton in May. We didn't get the weather to do it in May, and we didn't get the weather to do it in July. So maybe, August or September we'll get the weather to do some and just do second cutting. I like wrapping. It's not, it's not that big a deal. A hard thing I have if I want to do square bales this week is I'm using the 966 to wrap, so I definitely can't do square bales and wrap round bales the same day. So I got to have the 70, to rake and haul wagons, so I wouldn't be able to use that to move bales. And if it's, looking like we're gonna do more hay the next day, I would want to unhook the round baler. So we're just kind of mowing a little bit. I don't know if the drone lost me or not. Trying something different with it. It had lost me, but I was still looking in the same area, so I went back and forth underneath it a couple of times. But I haven't made a video in a few days, so I thought I'd try. The size of this field definitely doesn't help the drone out. There's trees all the way around. So I put it on active track the last time. I don't know if it's going to work or not. Because active track, it kind of makes up its own mind how it's going to fly. And if it flies too close to trees, it'll stop. But what the heck, I figured I'd try it. And I know the 966 or 986, sorry, is loud. And my voice is kind of gone a little bit. But it's not bad hay. I mean, there's a little bit of what they call clean ends lace, the flour in there. There's some tree foil. I mean, it's not bad. It'll feed. They'll eat it. Is it top quality? No. Have I seen worse? Yes, I have. For sure. Right here's kind of it's a little shorter right here. But it's pretty nice looking. Stop here for a second. We'll give the drone one more chop. See if it stays with me a little bit longer, then we'll call it a video. Not gonna do it, I guess. We'll give it one more shot here. I'll get in this corner here and I'll move the drone and we'll see if it just kind of, if I can get it to stay in the same area. Before the battery dies. Well, this field here, not sure about the next one, but this one here, get the hay off it. We're going to let the cows out here. The big pasture, I told you about that in all the other videos. The big pasture is right below me. Goes through the woods, and then it opens up. But it's just it is really bad. There are so many trees down on the fence that I don't have time to mess with that. So if we get the hay off here, we'll let the cows out here, and we'll see if they can behave out here. They've been out 3 or 4 times this week. So right now they're locked up in the small pasture. put a couple bales out for them just to try to keep them occupied. Fresh bales. And we did some checking of the fence up there and fixing the fence up there and got it so it's electric, got it so it's working better. And they behaved for the last 3 days, so that's good. But I'd like to get them out on more grass. So we have this field is all fenced off and the next one's all fenced off. But same problem, we got hedgerows around and they have the same problem. They have trees in them and the ash trees keep dying and falling over on the fence. So they're a little bit easier to find than the ones down in the big pasture, but it's still the same problem. One can fall down at night and you get up the next day and you don't know where the cows are because the tree fell down and they found the hole and they're gone. So, and I don't really see any, like right there you can see, you can't see, but I can, well, maybe you can see on the drone, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, at least 14 or 15 dead ash trees that all could possibly fall this way and fall right on the fence. All within 100 yards of each other on the same fence line. And I mean, that's what it is. The end of the field, the headland, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the headland. Behind me on the other headland, I see 2. So I mean, that's a battle that, you know, it's hard to win that one. It's going to be years before they finally, you know, windstorm knocks them over. Windstorm comes through, it'll knock a couple of them over. You go out and cut those off the fence. Another windstorm comes through, and it could take years. And then by then, maybe some more of them are dying. It's just, it's the same thing, same problem with the sugar bush. That's what happens. They fall down on the sap lines all the time. It's just going to be a problem for I don't know how many more years, but it's been a problem for probably 10 years so far, at least 10 years. And I'd say probably another 10 years for sure. So, I mean, it's hard when that's, you know, that's where your pasture is. It's hard to maintain the fence. And then down the bottom of the big pasture, the beavers have moved in down there, so they're knocking trees down. And then what they're not knocking trees down, they're building dams. They're making the ground soft. The cows were out down there the other day, and I went down there to round them up. Well, they actually ran to the fence and pushed it right over because the ground's so wet. They pushed the post right over and went in. So then they got in, and then I was able to get them up to the barn. But down there in the swamp area where the beavers have caused dams, it's super hard to fix fence down there because you can't get through there with a four-wheeler. You have to do so much from this side, then go around and do the other side from the other side because you can't, the stick. Oh, it's a rock. Came out. Well, we stop up here and got to get the drone and we'll check the knives. Looks like they're all still spinning. Bear probably flipped that rock up out of the ground. Couldn't see it with the hay, so we hit it with a disc spine. Definitely not the first rock that we've ever hit in the Stony Field, though, that's for sure. So the beavers have it so swampy down there. It's a kind of swampy area anyway, that you can't really ride the four-wheeler down through there very easily at all. So fixing fence and checking fence is not very easy to do. I've been wanting to go down there and fix the creek a little bit where the beavers are and put in a pipe and make a bridge. Every year I think that I might be able to do that, and then every year I end up spending way too much time doing hay. So we're gonna shut her right down here. The disc spine shut down. Pick it up in the air. And we'll get this drone to land. Worst part about landing is listening to it beep. It's right over top of where it's got to be. Oh. Well, I landed it on the case, which is where I wanted it to land by itself. I landed it right on the case. So we're gonna get the drone picked up, check the knives in the disc spine real quick. But we're gonna call that a video. We're mowing the stony field. We are getting ready to do 4 days of hay, whether it's mowing or raking or baling or wrapping, square bales or round bales. I'm not sure yet, but we're gonna find out. We'll be back with more videos. Please like and subscribe to this video. Stay tuned for more from Triple D Farms, Triple D Maple, and Triple D Cabins. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.